The Australian government's world-first social media ban is fast approaching, with certain platforms blocking under 16s from creating and holding accounts from the 10th of December. Program Leader for Digital Inclusion and Participation for QUT's Digital Media Research Centre, Professor Michael Deswani, has conducted extensive research into potential outcomes of the ban and is concerned it will likely cause more harm than good.
So it won't stop bullying happening online. It won't stop young people from seeing things that they're not supposed to see. It won't stop young people from being approached by online predators, for instance. Those problems will just go to other platforms and maybe to even less regulated spaces online.
For many young people, the ban will mean a loss of connection from their peers.
The social media ban is just like giving a lolly to a kid and then taking it off them.
14-year-old Zoe has grown a following on TikTok from sharing real-time updates about the ban to kids her age. She's worried the ban will mean losing her creative outlet, her connection with her friends, and now growing business opportunities as she secures brand deals and paid partnerships.
I think I'll lose something that means a lot to me. Sort of lose a bit of a connection, I feel like, to my friends and stuff.
Much of Anthony Albanese's justification of the ban has been around the negative social impacts of social media, which he believes is keeping kids inside and on their screens.
And I want to see kids off their devices and onto the footy fields and the swimming pools and the tennis courts. We want them to have real experiences with real people.
Zoe believes many adults misunderstand how people her age use social media.
Like, we're still outside. I still go outside and hang out with my friends. I'm not always on my phone. It's just that I guess that people think that we're on our phones all the time, but we're not. A lot of the time we're hanging out with our friends, or if you see us on our phones outside, a lot of the time we're texting our friends, where are you, to meet up with them.
Zoe's mum, BJ, monitors her children's social media entirely by having logins to their accounts on her phone. BJ said while she's aware of the potential dangers of her children being on social media, she's also seen the benefits.
It's huge for your sense of, connection and belonging, being able to find your people. And Zoe's talked to me about how being on TikTok has actually supported the improvements of her mental health, not the other way around.
Professor Deswani explains cutting kids and teens off from social networks could isolate those who depend on online spaces for belonging and support.
So we know that particularly for young people who may already be somewhat cut off or disadvantaged for some reason, perhaps they live in a remote or rural community. Maybe they identify as being LGBTQI. Maybe they have a disability. Those young people often rely on their online networks for support and to find answers to things.
Mitchell grew up in rural Australia and used social media to connect with friends and the wider world.
Mostly I was on Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok. You suppose it makes it like you can relate to people your age with that sort of thing. Still hung out with my friends outside of school, but we sort of just use social media as a capacity to communicate.
For now, experts like Professor Deswani are urging the government to focus on education and safer design rather than exclusion.
So we do need laws in place to ensure that the social media companies are being responsible and that they are protecting young people. And sometimes the companies don't do those things. And so we do need good quality legislation and regulations with real accountability.
Hope Morgan, QUT News.